Okay guys, so class for grid now. So same thing, right? What I will do, I will just quickly go through this, right? And then let's open this in the new page. So see, here is all the details of the grid, right? Display grid. When you do display grid, right, it's still the same thing, normal, okay? You have the container and then the child, right? It will be something like that. And then you're gonna give the size to the grid, right? Explicit grid, like 50 pixel, 100 pixel. This is a row, right? Grid template rows. There will be grid template column. How many column you want, So rows means this, there is 1 row, 2 row, 3 row, 4 row, but column is 1, right? In this one, there is 3 columns. So this is column, but 90 pixel. The first one, second one is 50 pixel and 120 pixel. That's it. So that's how it created, right? There is 3 column. Okay. There is a relative unit, right? Grid template column with relative unit, one fraction, and the other one is 2 fractions. See that? So you can read through here, right? And try to understand. Let's see the thing. See, there is a line, right? This line. Remember this line here? You can see this line in the box. The column line and the row line, right? So that's the starting point, okay? The beginning line will be 1. So if I go make a drawing, right? Just try to look at here. I will make some different color. Let me find maybe this black, right? A line will be here. So if I have to make, this is the line 1, okay? This is line 1, right? Line 1, okay? That's the line, right? Line 1, okay? That's the 1. That's the 2, line 3, and line 4, right? So if you have 3 column, then you have total line 4, okay? Same way, right? Start, this will be the line 1 in the row, right? Line 2, line 3, line 4, and line 5. See, that's how it works, right? There is a line, and when in our template we're gonna select letter, right? Because maybe we want to create a box which occupy whole thing like this. Maybe something just occupy this part, right? Maybe this part like that, okay? Maybe something occupy the whole here. Maybe you have another box which will occupy like this one, right, in the center. So this is a 2-dimensional design, right? The flex was only, oh sorry, this is like a 4-dimensional. You can move any side, left, right, anywhere, right? The flex was just 2-dimensional, either go left, right, top and bottom, that's what. But here you have multiples, you can select multiple boxes. Okay, so that is enough for this. We're gonna, okay, here is the line, right? See that? That's the first line. You look at this. So remember, that's the line, and we will see now, right? In our exercise, you can select like this, okay? So let's go through our, this is big, right? I mean, there is a lot of readings you can do, but you don't have to. That's too much. But just understand, there is a starting line in the row and starting line in the column, okay? That is important. And let's see how we're going to create all this. I will close this for now. I will download the starter file. Click on here. Download that. Okay. So it's already, I downloaded earlier also, right? But it's okay. Just no. So this go extract file, right? Extract file here. You can extract that, and then you see this is the one, and I just need this all, right? So what I'm gonna do, I will create one project, right, called grid, okay, in my index, in my VS Code, right? Let's try that. So I will make it 11, right? Project 11. 11 dot grid dash CSS, right? And inside I'm going to add to, no, I don't need file. Okay, I have already that, everything ready to go. So yeah, so I'll just drag it all here. Okay. Now see, there is style CSS and tags 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 up to 3 only. Okay, that's fine. So we will, there is couple of more, right? Like 4 and 5 also. But let's do until 3 today, right? Because I think better not to complex too much, okay? So if you go live view now, right? Let's move the tags 1 first, okay? Tags 1. Let's go live view. So look at here, right? This looks something like this. There is a header, main, and footer, right? But we have to make this something like our design here. See the tags 1, we need to make a pancake, right? So normally in our website, in a page, what we need a header, then the main, which will occupy the almost everything, and then on the footer on the bottom, right? So that is the design we're gonna make from this style. Okay, so we have some background color, and there is a 3 box, header, main, and footer, okay, in our HTML. So there is a container and the 3 child. Okay, so how we can apply that? So basically look at here, right? The body with container and the header, main, and footer. See, simple. Now let's go to the CSS, right? In the CSS part. Okay, so there is basic setup for CSS. You can see body, item, there is a height 50 px. Okay, so that's the tags 1, first one, right? So let's apply here. So first thing in the container, same thing like a flex box, you do display, but this time we make it grid. That's it. If you do grid, nothing will change. Look at here, same, right? It's same. So I'm going to keep this side by side. It's same, right? Nothing changed. Next now, right? Because I need the row, right? Row, 3 row. So header, main will take all the space and the footer will be on the bottom, right? So we call it grid template row now. Once you make this parent a grid, right? Now you have option for this property to apply. You cannot just apply this. You must make it grid first and then apply this. So in the row, I will say auto. The first is auto, right? Next one will be one fraction, means take everything, all the space, and the last one is auto, right? That's it. Same. But until now, nothing change happened, right? Why? Because my container does not have too much space. Okay. So if I do container border, right? If in the container border, 5 pixel, solid blue. See, my container is only that size, right? So that's why the child did not expand. So what I need to do now, I will give a height now, height, right? And make it 100 view height. And look at that. Now, how easy, right? It will be to make your design. Like if you have 3 section only, right? In your page, header, main, and footer. See how easy to make these things happen, okay? Look at that. Look at this site, right? Already header, you put everything in the main and you have footer. See, perfectly aligned, easy. You can move this now, this responsive already. So that is called pancake stack, right? Maybe. So I'm going to remove now, right? I'm going to remove the, let's remove this, what do you call that? The blue color for the container for now. Okay, guys, so we have done this, right? We have done this. Even you can add some gap, right? So let's put a gap of maybe 24 pixel. See, still okay. So now we're done with the first one, right? Tags. So let's close this and let's move to the second task now. So what is second task saying? So in second task, right? I can close that. I don't need. In second task, right? We have to make something like this. There is two box, right? There is two child in the container, and you have to put this in the center and give one like a column of maybe 2 3 4 column, and the other one maybe 6 column, something like that, right? 4 and 6 is 10 column. So we have one column on the left side and other column on the right side. Okay, so we're gonna make our whole container 12 grid column. Okay, and that's how we're gonna divide and put in the center. So let's try now. Let's go to our CSS. So first we go live view, right? Let's check our second project. So see, it looks something like this. Right now there is a two child, right? 1 and 2, and they are big. 50% height, 50% height, and something like that. But now let's do the magic. In CSS, right? In tags 2, we're gonna do display grid. Nothing happened. Now we need to make the column, right? 12 column grid. So how are we gonna do? Grid template column. Okay, before last time was grid template row, right? But no, column, and we have to make it repeat function, right? How many time? 12 time. And what is the size? 1 fraction. Save this. So it did not work because they are repeat 12 1 fraction. 1 fraction, right? FR. Okay, now check. See, it looks something now. See, they already changed now, right? Oh, let's I will show you now. See how it looks now. Go to inspect, right? Because you need to see what happened to the page now. Look at there. If I bring mouse, right? See, that's the 12 column grid. So that right now they are sitting in the first column, right? One is in the first column and second in the second column. But I need to give the first one, right? Starting from the line 2. That's the line 2 here, right? Okay, I will make some gap between them. Let's give a gap, right? Of 24 pixel. Let's just give some gap. So now there is a gap, right? So look at this. So this is the second number, right? Second. So I want to start from this second and give span until 4 column. Okay, so second means 2 3 4, right? So I will just take 1 2 3 4 up to here. Okay, so that will be 2 3 4 5 6. This will be 6, right? So we're going to start 6 and take the from there. So we're going to take 6 column. Okay, so see how we're going to move now, right? Right now they're sitting in the first column and second column. So let's try now. Let's try to move that. The grid is all about how you position your child. Okay, close this and go back here. This once you do some practice, right, it will just become easy. It's not that difficult. It's difficult, but there is many properties in grid. You don't need all, right? You just need few things to remember. That's it. There is no need to learn everything, right? Okay, so let's try now. Okay, so what we have to do now, we have to select the child and give some size now. So child 1. So we do grid row, right? Grid, I think grid, not row, but grid column. Okay, so let's do that. So there is a property shortcut, long term, right? Grid column. Okay, and column will start from second, right? We start. This is grid column starts. Okay, we can call grid column start. Yeah, second. Yeah, and then grid column in, right? So there is grid column in. So where is that in here? And you want to end where? Maybe the second will be this one, second. So start from here. So 1 2, so that is 2, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6. So let's make it 6, right? See? So it gets like that, right? So now, see how many column is inside here, inside this box? 1, 2, 3, right? No, I want to maybe that only 1, 2, 3 column, right? I want to 4 columns. So let's make it 7 here. So now we get 4 column inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Yeah. But there is shortcut way, right? Better way. Okay, let's try. So we just put grid column, right? That is the, if you choose one by one, right? But we don't have to. Just shorthand and write starting point here 2 and span 4. Just take the 4 column. Easy, easy, right? So now you're gonna delete this. So okay, 1, 2, 3, right? Why just take 3? Okay, let's make it span 5. What gonna happen? I want to give the 4 column inside my box. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Yeah, it's there. So it's all. So what happened, right? If you look at this one, span 5 means okay. It's counting from the beginning. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But we have only 4 we have taken. Okay. So next, how many is remaining, right? So 4, 1 is 5, right? So there should be remaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 column remaining, right? One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So there is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be 7, remaining should be 7, right? 1, 2. It's difficult to find, that. Okay, it does not matter. Let's make it 4 for now, right? Let's keep it 4. That's fine, okay? And same thing you can do here, right? Grid column, copy this, not waste too much time here. And start from now 6. So 4 gonna have like 5. So the line will be 6, column 6, and span how many? 5, basically 6, right? So it's 4 column plus 6. 6, 4 is 10, right? So there is 2 column left now. Look at that. So that's it. Let's expand this and check now, right? So this is the one pending on the left side, and you have one on the right side, right? So it should look something like this now. See? When it was small, we cannot see clearly, right? But I want to show you this. Okay, okay, now, right? Look at here. Yes, see, I can see here now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. See that easily. And here is a 6 column, right? Starting from 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And the one is on the left, one is on the right. Total 12 column grid, right? Okay. So how are you going to put this in the center now? So there is same thing, right? Align item center, okay? Vertically, right? Align items center. If you do that, it should move, right? But there is no height. So you must give a height to your container. Height of 100 VH. And then it will be in the center. See that? Okay. So we're done with our second project. Something like this. Now now how are we gonna make responsive layout, right? And use grid template with and without grid template area. But today we're not gonna check grid template area. Without grid template area, we're gonna do it. Okay, so we're gonna make something like this, like a whole responsive website. The layout only, right? So let's try now. Close this. Oh, I didn't. Why I close CSS? Okay, that is tax 3. Open this. So we have header, navigation, main, sidebar, add, and footer. We're gonna make this for our mobile first, right? So let's make it for mobile responsive. So in CSS, we go back and in tags 3, we just do what? Display and grid. Okay. Once you do that, it's become grid. But what we have to do now, the main has to take everything, right? So the row now is grid template rows, and we can add auto. The header is same, navigation is same, no change in navigation. So let's make it space auto. Next one is main, that is one fraction, that means take everything. Then auto is sidebar, and auto is add, and auto is footer also. Save this, and did not change, right? So we have to give a height now. So height, make it 100 ph, and see, so we get this mobile site, right? See that mobile site. We can add some gap also. Let's put a gap of 24 pixel, and that's it. So we get this right already. This is our mobile responsive. This is for mobile. Okay. Now what gonna happen when you go above 720 pixel? When you increase 720 pixel above, right? We're gonna do something. So container will be display grid, will be same. Grid template row will be same. Okay, we can bring this one also, right? We have to change. So let's start with header, right? So header will be same. Okay, there is no change. Let's look at the design first. So if you go to the design, right, header is same, navigation is same. Okay, they will take 12 column. Okay, now we have to move this, right? See, we need to move the sidebar here, the main on the right side, add on the bottom, and footer like that. So now how are we gonna do that? Because it's not like a one not like one row, right? Okay, not like each of them is like a one row. Okay, no, not like that. So we need to convert now. Let's go to inspect and check. Okay, yeah. So when we go below above 720, right, we're gonna change this. Okay, so let's try now. So that is display grid, right? That is already display grid. We just have to do grid template columns, and we're gonna make repeat 12 times of one fraction. Soon I do this, right? Look at the page now. See, everything now, all of them takes one column. See, because I have 12 column now, right? So now I have to explicitly tell each of them to change their position. Okay, so now let's design that. So in header, right, so what I'm moving grid column, right? Grid template column, no grid column, right? Or grid, sorry, rows. Grid row, right? The grid row will be what? Start at 1. Sorry, not row. Okay, I'm moving the not row, but I'm moving the column. This is column, right? So the header one, I want to take all 12 columns. So start at line 1 and span to 12, right? If I do this, look at the header now. So see, header takes all the 12 columns. See, and same thing will be navigation, right? Navigation, because my design have header and navigation same. Then we're gonna work with this main and sidebar. So yeah, so after that I will copy same thing for the navigation, and because they are in the next line, right? Navigation will be already in the next line. Okay, so by default, right? So see, it just take the next whole 12 column now, because first one is header, the next element is navigation, so they will always fall in their respective position. Okay, so yeah, so let's now next line is main, right? But you need to bring the sidebar near to the first one, which will take the 2 column, and the main will take the remaining column. Okay, so how are we going to do that now? So task 3 main. Okay, so main will be column, right? So grid column, because main is there already. So first, second has a line 3, right? Start from line 3, and we call it, take the 10 column, right? Span 10. So now check. See, it's already take the whole thing, right? See, now we have 2 column here, 2 column pending. Okay, so I want to put the sidebar on that one, right? Sidebar, but sidebar is after main, right? In the normal document flow. So I have to tell sidebar exactly what to do. Okay, and we can do that by here. So this grid, what is that? Grid row, right? Grid row. The row, it has to start at 3. Okay, if I do that, see, sidebar move on the row 3, right? So first one is on the top line, second on the middle here, and this is the third row. But it has to take the 2 column, right? So we're gonna call the column now grid column, and we say start at 1 and span 2. Make it take 2 column, right? And it should be like this. Okay. Now let's do the footer, add and footer, right? So the first after the main is add, so that is okay. We just tell the add to take these 2 column, and it will push the footer away, right? See, and now we're going to tell footer to take all the way, right? So footer, the column, just take this, basically same like main, right? So it will start from third column and span 10, and that's it. But now there is a gap right on the bottom here. Okay, so how are we going to fix that? Because remember, we have earlier we had a 1 2 3 4 5 6 column. Okay, excuse 1 second, huh? So we just have to fix this space on the bottom. So how are we going to fix that? Because we have only 1 2 3 4 row, right? And in our design there is 7 row. So let's fix that one. So in here, yeah, so 1 row, 2 row, 3 row is okay, right? 4 row, 1 2 3 4 row only. We don't need this 2 row. Okay, so let's remove that one, and it will remove the gap now, right? See, it removed the gap, correct? And it will be just responsive as it is. So when you go below 720, when you go below 720, right? Look at that, that is the mobile. Okay, and when you go above 720, the orientation will change now. See, you get the design here. See that? Now we're gonna change this again for 1020, right? For 1020, where is that? 1020 pixel, we're gonna change again. So in 1020, right? When you go above 1020, yeah, we're gonna move this again, right? So it should be look like this now. So you have header, okay, on the top, that is okay. Sidebar move up, navigation only taking in the center, add move on the right side, and there is footer all the way, right? That's what we're gonna make now. Okay, so let's do that. So header is same, right? All the way. So I don't have to worry about the header because it is coming from the top already, same. Nav bar now, right? Let's do this. So nav bar will be starting from column. Okay, so that is in second in line, right? So I don't have to worry. But third row, so let's change that column. So grid call, right? Grid column, and that will be start with 3 line, column 3 line, and span 10, right? Span. So 2 on the left side, I have to give her sidebar, and 2 on the right side for the add, I just need to span 8 now, right? Remaining 8 column, okay? And check our design now. So look at this. This is just get in the center. See that? So I will remove this one for now, right? Look at the so the navigation is basically in the center now. Okay. Now I have to fix this. First, I need to fix main and then sidebar. Okay. So let's try to do that. If I go down, right, it looks like below 9, I think 720. Yeah, below 1020 will be like this. When we go above 1020, it will start changing. Okay, so it's something like that now. Okay, so okay, main now. Let's fix the main. So main will be same like this now. I'll just copy this and add it here. Yeah, did get main. Now sidebar. Let's fix the sidebar. Okay. So sidebar we have to tell now, right? We start from the row 2. Okay, so grid row, right? Grid row start at 2. If we say like that, but end at also the 4, right? So 2, 3, and the last one is 4 here. This is 4 line, right? So let's call it 4 line. That like that is easy. I see it moves. Now is add. Let's bring the add to here, right? So that is add now. So add will be grid. First we have to get a grid row, right? Grid row. So that is I think 11, right? 11 and grid row. No, sorry, not row, not 11. Row is okay. I believe row is fine, right? It's here. What will be that? Let me think. So that is the 2. This takes 3, right? Here is 3. 8 will be 9 here. 9, right? So I believe 10. 10, 10, 10. 10, yeah. Just need to take 10, right? So the top one is row starting at the row 2. Let's make it row 2 for now, right? And yeah, row 2. And then column. Okay, let's give a column first. Grid column COLU. Where is grid column? I'm not writing grid column. So it will be column will be 11 and span 2. It okay, it get there, right? Start at that, but yeah, so let's make this one start at 2 and end at 4, right? Okay, so we got that also done. Now finally is our footer, right? The footer will be tax 3 footer here. So we just need to change. Footer is last row. I just need to change the column. Okay, so grid column, right? Column, and it should be starting at 1 and span 12. Take all the way, and that's it. Our design is ready, guys. Now this is a responsive design. Okay, so this is for above 1000, right? It will be like that. When you go down below 1020, it will be like this, and when we go below 720 something, it should be like that. See? Okay. All right. So yeah. So what else is there now? Right? What else we can do? That's it. Let's see. There is one more something in our project here. Yeah. So this is. Let's open this, right? Okay. This is also the responsive design with using grid area. Okay, but let's not talk about this one for now, right? I will, because first you get some idea with the grid, and then later I will, maybe next class sometimes I will explain about the grid, design the template with grid template area. Okay, so because we use grid template rows, grid template column, and the grid column and grid row, right, to do all this work. There is only like 4 properties we are using, you know, grid template rows, grid template column, grid row, and grid column, right? And the gap. That's it. And we have done a lot of work, you know, with that property. So it looks like it's scary, but it's not. You just have to focus a little bit and give some time, okay? And see, you're gonna have responsive design site like easy, you know, and things will move easily, right, in the site. Okay, yeah, so let's stop it here for now. We will okay, thank you very much.